wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Not because you have to, because you decided to. You train, you work, you build. You say no to things that feel good now because you're building something that matters later. And people notice, but not the way you'd expect. They don't admire it. They get uncomfortable, defensive, quietly hostile. You're obsessed. You're no fun anymore. You need to relax. And if you're not paying attention, you might think they're concerned, that they care. But here's what's actually happening. Your discipline is a mirror, and they don't like what it's reflecting back at them. This is why disciplined men become targets of mediocre people. Not because there's something wrong with discipline, but because discipline exposes mediocrity. And mediocre people will attack what exposes them rather than fix what's broken. Here's the part most people don't understand. Discipline isn't neutral. It's a social statement. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're making an implicit claim. Effort matters. Delayed gratification works. Standards are important. And in a room full of people who've chosen comfort, who live for immediate gratification, who've lowered their standards, your discipline is a threat, not a physical threat, a psychological one. Because your existence at a higher standard asks a question they don't want to answer. And instead of answering that question honestly, instead of raising their own standards, they attack you. They reframe your discipline as a character flaw. You're not dedicated. You're obsessed. You're not focused. You're rigid. You're not disciplined. You're extreme. Every word is designed to make your strength look like weakness. Here's what's actually happening psychologically. It's called cognitive dissonance. Mediocre people believe that everyone is basically the same, that circumstances determine outcomes, not effort. Then you show up. Same obstacles, same limitations, but different results, and their entire belief system gets challenged. Either they're wrong about effort not mattering, or you're an anomaly, an exception. Guess which one they choose? You're not normal, you're extreme. You don't count, because if you counted, they'd have to admit that the difference is choice, and choice means responsibility. That's unbearable. So, they attack you instead. First attack, they question your motivation. Why are you doing this? What are you trying to prove? They can't fathom that you're doing it for yourself. That internal standards exist, so they project. They assume you're performing for an audience because that's what they would be doing. Second attack, they predict your failure. You're going to burn out. This isn't sustainable. Notice what they're doing. They're not hoping you succeed. They're waiting for you to fail, because your failure validates their choice not to try. Third attack, they sabotage subtly. Have a drink. Skip the workout. Just this once. Every offer is a test. Every temptation is an invitation to join them in mediocrity, and when you decline, they take it personally. Fourth attack, they create social pressure. You're making everyone uncomfortable. You're killing the vibe. Translation, your standards are highlighting our lack of standards, and instead of raising ours, we're demanding you lower yours. This is the hardest attack to resist, because humans are wired for social belonging. But here's what they won't tell you. The group they're offering isn't worth belonging to. The price of admission is your discipline, your standards, your potential. Fifth attack, they reframe your success. When you succeed despite everything, they don't congratulate you. You got lucky. You have advantages. You're just built different. Anything except the truth. That discipline works. That you made different choices and got different results. Here's what changes when you understand this. You stop taking it personally. Their attacks aren't about you. They're about their discomfort with their own choices. You stop trying to convince them. People who attack discipline aren't looking for evidence that it works. You stop seeking their approval. Mediocre people will never celebrate excellence that makes them uncomfortable, and you find your people. Disciplined people recognize each other. They respect discipline because they know what it costs. Here's the truth about discipline. Every day, you choose discipline, you get stronger. Every day you choose effort over comfort, you build capability. Their choice compounds too. Every day they choose comfort, they get weaker, and the gap widens. Not because you're better, but because you're building and they're not. If you're being called obsessed for being focused, if you're being criticized for having standards, if you're being sabotaged for choosing effort, you're not alone. This isn't evidence that something's wrong with you. This is evidence you're doing something right. Mediocre people don't attack mediocrity. They attack what threatens to expose it, and your discipline exposes their excuses. Keep building. Keep choosing discipline over comfort. Keep being the target. Because being the target means you're the standard. He needs to stay disciplined despite them.